So, I've got a 530E as a cover car today. Cover car? Courtesy car. Not even courtesy car, sorry. Hire car from work. So yeah, I'm on my way to work. Let's see how it is. I've already been driving it for about an hour or so. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like it. Compared to the M4, it is very, very comfortable. And, well, you can see that, everyone knows 5 Series is a very big car. But, being a big car, it's actually very, very nimble compared to the M4. I say this, the M4 is actually quite nimble, but because it's a bit more of a rougher ride and whatnot, you tend to maybe like drive a bit more carefully, I guess. That and well, it grips a lot less with all the torque and everything you've got going on. So I had a 430i before the M4, and so this basically has the same engine as the 430i, and well, honestly, like, it's enough power for UK roads. I never understood the appeal of like 5 Series or the M5 even, because from the outside they don't look sporty. There's nothing nice about it. From my point of view, it's more of a business car, maybe, the everyday office worker's car kind of thing. But after driving it for the past hour or so, it's comfortable, it's easy to drive, and it still feels like a BMW. Picks up when you just need it to. Last few weeks I've been through quite a few different hire cars. So I had first they gave me a Subaru Outback, which was a massive car. I really enjoyed that. That was a 2.5 litre naturally aspirated engine. First time I driven like a kind of bigger engine naturally aspirated car, and power curve, there is no curve, it's just linear. Really good, you know what you're getting with it. No surprises when you step on it. One thing I really liked about it actually is that the screen was more kind of like here, so I could like rest my hand on the shifter and then just kind of do everything here, right? Whereas with like the Bimmer ones, you always got to reach forward and whatnot, and then you got to make sure you're touching the right place. Fortunately though, they haven't like completely taken out all the button access, so I can still like control the screen with the wheel here. You've got all your important stuff, so like your heating and stuff like that over here. You don't have to like search and then try a tap, you just kind of feel your way through. Classic BMW problem. Put the windscreen heater on and it fogs up before it clears. One thing that surprised me that maybe shouldn't have was the fuel consumption on this. It said roughly 240 miles for a full tank, but I've done about 60 miles and my range is barely dropped, and the battery on this was not charged, so unsurprisingly more fuel efficient. But after driving an M4 for nearly 2 years, it is surprising that, oh wait, you can save some fuel. So it's got, these plugins have like, I don't know whether you can see, but there's got like electric, hybrid, and sports as its different modes. And I think within the hybrid mode you can also use Eco Pro, which is the standard. Which is a bit of a faff, because then you have to like go about selecting it, whereas like on my 430i it's just you go tap 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 and you basically toggle into the one you need. The M4 is the same as this in a sense, where it's like you have to just keep pressing individual buttons, but that's an M car, so it's the way it should be. Put this into sports mode. It's got this weird thing called extra boost. Maximum electric and combustion drive power with dynamic vehicle setting. Fair enough. Turns your dials all red. Shit, that actually picks up nicely. Pretty crappy weather initially. It was raining. Now I got a bit of sun. Shit, I left my shades. It's cool. We'll drive blinded on the way back. Should I undertake? Should I not? Two 1.8D. There's quite a few people that buy these, you know, 2.18Ds, or I think there's a 2.18i as well. There's a 1.8i's in quite a lot of the BMW lineup. As much as I understand, like, you know, it's the cheaper version. Might be easier for like younger kids to get insured on. You're not buying a true BMW. And I'm not saying, oh cool, yeah, everything should be, you know, 6 cylinders and whatnot. Like I said, I've owned the 4 cylinders before. But it's not even a BMW engine. I think anything under 2 litres, it shares the same engines that you have in like a flipping, I think, Renault and what's the other one, Citroen. I'm not gunning it right now because there's usually quite a bit of police on this road. Got a little Volvo over there. Well, I say little, fucking massive estate. Hopefully you guys can't see me scratching my nose. Car stays pretty planted as well. It's planted, it's comfortable. I'm doing 100 plus, but it's nice and it's smooth. I think the past month with all the different cars, oh yeah, like I said, I had a Subaru before, had a Seat Leon FR in between, and then before this was a Jeep something, can't remember what Jeep exactly, it was one of the smaller ones, but oh, it was called a Jeep Compass. A bit of a weird car. It was nice to experience a Jeep, but not something I'll drive. But yeah, after driving all of these, it's like it does sometimes bring to question, like, do I want the comfort of, you know, the more NPC cars, or do I still want the driver's feel of the M car? You kind of got the sweet spot with like the M lights, maybe the M lights or like the 540i's, 340i's and whatnot, but I don't think I'd be able to bring myself to downgrade. Too bad this car doesn't have a nice exhaust. All you have to hear is my talking. Time I start speeding in this, it keeps coming up with a speed warning sign, but it's the same kind of like gong that you get when you have like an engine management light or something's wrong with the car. Even though it's not my car, you still have a kind of mini heart attack. What's with all the fog? Using an Insta360 X4 to film all this at the moment, and you know, I've had the X3 before. I think the video quality out of this is significantly better, but on this head strap it's pretty heavy on my head right now. Oh, I'd say one thing that's weird, yeah, bear in mind, my M4's a 2017 car, right? But both my M4 and my old 4 Series, when you adjust the seats, so you've got like the electronic buttons on the side. I think anyone who's familiar with BMWs or the newer ones will know what I'm talking about. But you got the button that helps you recline, then it pushes the seat forwards, backwards, up and down, and then there's also the little kind of dial type wheel for lumbar. So this has got all of that, right? But to move the seat forwards and backwards, there's a fucking lever over here, and even that, it's not like directly underneath. You have to go proper down. I think I just whacked my camera. But yeah, I don't understand why you'd, on a newer car, take that functionality out and add something as bizarre as a lever. There are times where I'm convinced, like, we have a lot of non-car orientated individuals working at companies that are helping design, like, the flipping user interface here, or you know, the accessories on the car. I'm not a fan of the whole, oh, let's stick a iPad-like device right in the middle of the center console and make it impossible to use without killing yourself. paddle shifters on this, so it looks metallic, right? And I think the front actually is, but then the back is all plastic. It doesn't have that nice feel like that the older BMWs had on their shifters. Now my question to myself is, after giving this a go, would I consider the M5? Maybe. Not that it's at any time soon type thing. I'm not, as much as I like my cars, I also find the hassle of changing a car, sorting things like insurance documentation, private number plate, taking it on and off and on again. It's just,
watch out, fog reported ahead.
It's tedious, it's a headache. And to be fair, there's nothing with my M4 that I dislike where I think, oh, I need to get rid of it. One. I think this has got the, how a lot of the newer cars kind of have like an internal like artificial noise of the engine and stuff, because I can hear stuff like it sounds a bit more nice than you'd expect it to. No idea if the mic picks it up though. Oh, something really funny I found with this car. So it's got the buttons for high beam assist. So on the left stick, most BMWs or the older BMWs have two buttons. The top one is to change whatever's kind of on your speedo, sorry. And then the bottom button is high beam assist. So when you press that at night time, it's meant to at night time it's meant to obviously toggle your high beams on and off depending on when there's car or not. Really good technology, by the way. But I press it on this, function acquirable, and then if you read the message on the thing, high beam assistant can be acquired in the connected drive store. Function reduces load on driver, blah blah blah, so explaining what it is. So you have to buy it to actually enable it on this car. That's like, oh yeah, you have a steering wheel, but you can only use it if you pay for it monthly. Already paying a fucking boatload for the car. Why would you start expensing on features you've already physically made and whatnot? I guess maybe from a manufacturing point of view it makes sense. They don't have to make like two different indicators or whatnot, but at the same time I don't know what BMWs we have that just don't have it, right? Let's see what the electric menu, it won't even let me go into electric. Oh, actually it is. Anyway, I don't want to be in electric, so I'm going to go back to hybrid. So where I'm heading to, it's not my usual place of work. I'm heading to a different site of ours to help out, and where I've been coming in hire cars, it's pretty slow in a sense. But I think one day I came in my M4 and significantly quicker, just because you can take those gaps a bit quicker. One other addition I found on this is they've got actual buttons for the parking lights, which I used parking lights for the first time in my life like a few weeks ago, because I had to park somewhere very, very questionable, like on the side of an almost countryside road. But on my car I have to like faff around with this, with the indicator stick, whereas this is just straight up buttons. But I don't know how common it is that people use it here. Anyways, that's the end of our short journey. Just rolling up into our industrial park now. So, see you guys later. Cheers.